Yo, what's going on, y'all? So basically, there's this rich Chinese mofo who cheated some homeless people, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Now, if you're new to this channel, I don't typically do these videos. I usually do video game commentary. So if this is what you're looking for on the regular, you don't want to subscribe to my channel, I will start doing these more, but I usually do video game commentary. So if you're into that, check me out. Subscribe. But for all my subs, I'm mainly doing this for y'all because I love just ranting and giving my opinion on things. I think we all love giving our opinion. And so I just wanted to spark up conversation because if you follow me on Twitter, like every week or so, I'll go on like a little Twitter rant about something in the news or something in sports. And it just gets hard on Twitter, man. 140 characters ain't enough. So I thought I'd start doing these videos and we can get a better conversation going in the comment section. I love to hear your guys' thoughts. Of course, all of this is meant to be respectful, and I want us to have agreements and disagreements and talk, but all out of respect, nothing disrespectful, because everyone has their own mind, right to think what they want, and everyone's not going to agree with you or me. And I'm not trying to come from a position of, oh, I'm making the video, so my opinion is always going to be right. And when we're talking about stuff like this, I'm always open-minded. I love to hear people's thoughts, and I'll change my mind if you make sense. I'll be like, well, I was tripping, and you know what I mean, and we'll go from there. But so here's what happened. There was this rich Chinese millionaire, and he was putting ads in the papers and promoting that he was going to feed 250 homeless people in New York and also give each of them $300. All right, so the math on that should be $75,000, right? Yeah. So okay, so he said the event in total was going to cost him $1 million. Not sure how much truth is to that. But basically, he ended up feeding them. That's what we're seeing here on the screen. He actually fed them. I'll have a link to this video. It's by Vice News in the description if you want to go check it out. Maybe even pause the video now, go check it, come back, or just hear my explanation and then watch it later. But I would just ask if you watch my whole video before you leave a comment, because you might agree with me, but you're like trying to disagree with me because you didn't listen to the whole video, or you think I'm saying something that I'm really not just because you didn't watch the whole thing. But so he fed the people, right? And then when it came time to give them the money, he was like, psych. And he was like, all right, instead of giving y'all the money because y'all might go spend it on hookers and Nintendo games, he was like, I'm going to just donate, instead of 75 towards y'all, I'll just donate 90,000 to a homeless shelter. And the homeless people were pissed. Like, they hears them eating. Like, they happy now. They like, turn up. He brought them some fancy food, too. Look at like some good orange juice too. They're like organic orange juice too. But anyway, so I think that's him too, the billionaire or millionaire guy. So but when they found out they weren't getting that money, the homeless people lost it, dang near rioted. They said they got cheated, that he did it for publicity, which I don't think would be smart, because if anything, you're getting bad publicity. That homeless is, or being the homeless, I guess, industry, I don't know, is a business, and he took advantage of them. They're victims of fraud. They were just saying all these things, and that's where I started to really disagree. And I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. At first, I thought he was a dirtbag. I was like, man, you can't tell someone you're going to do something and you not do it. That's just, I think that's pretty plain and simple. Like, he was wrong for doing that. But I started to have a problem. At first, I was team homeless people. I was like, yeah, forget the Chinese guy, right? Shout out to Chinese people. I got some friends, some are Chinese, some ain't. But none against Chinese people. But this China dude, I was like, yo, you whack for that. But then they just kept running and running their mouth. I was like, all right, hold up. Now y'all starting to trip, because he ain't have to do that. First off, y'all acting real ungrateful. He ain't have to feed you. And then two, he doesn't owe you anything. And I mean, granted, you wasted a little bit of time or whatever. Maybe you could have been using that time to go work or something, but he ain't owe you nothing. And they were acting like legit entitled to that money. And that's what was starting to get me, because I can't stand that. I can't stand someone that feels like they deserve a handout. Now, what I'm not saying is that we shouldn't help homeless people and that I don't help homeless people. I mean, my wife and I keep a little thing in our car, the upper part full of ones and fives to help the homeless people. We keep our change full just for the homeless, or if we need like 11 cents or something at McDonald's, of course. But like, that's to help homeless people. We've passed someone we wanted to give money to and drove back and couldn't see them and spent all night looking for them to try and get to help them out. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying their issue comes when they feel like they're entitled to it. Like, look at this guy. Look, it ain't even her fault. She just had to deliver the news, and he's about to put her in the guillotine and choke her out because he ain't get his $300 that he feels he's entitled to. And I feel like that's wrong. I think that's wrong. I don't think they should be like that. I don't think they have any right to be that angry. You know what I mean? I think that's the mindset that's going to keep them homeless. You know what I mean? And I was trying to talk to my wife about it, and she wasn't feeling me. She was team homeless all the way. She was like, no, that's just mean. You shouldn't do that. And I'm real proactive, man. I'm into personal development, and I'm just not about playing the victim. And I was like, nah, forget them homeless people. Go get a job. And she was like, oh, it's not that easy, which is true. But at the same time, a lot of these people, like I said, are in this position because it's self-inflicted. They either, struggling with substance abuse, you know what I mean, just flat out too lazy to work. Some of them are staying in this position because of pride, won't accept help, won't go to certain family members or whatnot. So, but there's help out there above homeless shelters who are kind of just like band-aids. Not all shelters like really try and help you get out of your situation. They just kind of feed you and give you a place to stay. Like, look how mad this dude is. But there are programs and churches that will actually not only help you with food and shelter, but they'll also give you a place, like an address that you can use for employment, because of course you need an address and stuff. Give you phones to use and all that stuff for like the hiring process. And so with all that help out there from churches, the government, and just different programs, and then just good people, whether you have family or friends, most people should have that they can go to. There's just so many angles that you could use to get out of it. I mean, there's been homeless people that have gone from being homeless to, getting back on their feet. And, you know what I mean? Not saying I have an issue with all government assistance. Some people go through hard times. Some people are working hard, just going through a rough patch and need some help. I dig that. But this situation, I kind of started to get ticked off. And I was like, man, y'all mad ungrateful right now. But I want to know your thoughts on it. Let me know a little bit of your background, just where your thoughts on the whole thing come from. Personally, I've never been homeless. Seen some really, really tough, been evicted and stuff like that. But always had, friends or family and stuff. I only been evicted once, so when I was younger. And then growing up, had some really bad financial experiences. But see, my mindset as a Christian, my Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and right standings with God, his righteousness, and you don't have to worry about what you're gonna eat, where you're gonna stay, what food what clothes are gonna be on you. And for me, that's always been real. Like I said, I've had some really tough times. At times I didn't eat what I wanted to. My family wasn't eating what we wanted to. But God's always held true to that. And we've seen supernatural things happen where money came not out of the sky, fell out the sky, but people we never expected to come help. God touch someone's heart to come help us out and things like that. So we've seen some really out the blue things happen just holding on to God's word. And so my thing, that of course, if I was going to start preaching to him, that would be my first move. But at the same time too, I just feel like they didn't deserve to be that mad. But again, the Chinese dude is a dirtbag, kinda, for not giving him the money. But still, the $90,000 donation is still kind of cool too. But I just want to know your opinion on it, because when I was talking to my wife and she wasn't feeling me, I was like, forget you. I'm gonna talk about you in my video and see what the subs think. So let me know your opinions. And again, not meant to be disrespectful to anyone or anything. I just want to know your opinion. If you agree, you disagree, feel free in the comment section. Just do it respectfully. You don't need to be like, oh, F them homeless people. That's why they mama's a crack whore. Like, it ain't that serious. Just let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Appreciate you just, watching and hanging out with me this video. I love this kind of stuff. So I'll be in the comment section chopping it up with y'all. Till the next time I do this. And I don't know how often I'll do it. Just whenever things pop up that make me want to rant. Y'all be easy. Till then, God first. God bless.